Well, Sunday is Super Sunday, Super Bowl 44, Indianapolis Colts and New Orleans Saints. Both number one seeds in the playoffs, and both teams proved why they were. Now they're playing for it all in Miami. Of course, my Dallas Cowboys couldn't get through it, got whipped by the Vikings, who in turn got beaten in an excellent overtime match game against the Saints. So in this video, and as you know, if you've been watching my latest playoff videos and predictions, if you can call them that, you can kind of know that I'm not really great at picking games. Heck, I flipped a coin in my last prediction video and got them all right, compared to when I actually did what I thought was going to happen and messed up. So, but I'd like to talk about this game, and at the end do give my prediction. But I'll talk about who I think's going to win, and also as a fan of football, who I want to win. And usually, and if you guys know, during the Super Bowl, there's a team I pick to root for during the game or root against. And it always comes down to how it affects the Dallas Cowboys in some weird, cryptic way in my weird mind. But talking about the game, as I said earlier, these are the two best teams in the league. And with two great quarterbacks. I mean, of course, Peyton Manning's getting all the love this week because of what he's done over his career so far, how he may go down as the best to ever play. Then you got Drew Brees, who is up there as either the second best, maybe the best this year. We'll find out on Sunday. In the league. A guy who has been an underdog his entire career since he went to college, been in the league, and so forth. So this is one of those underdog stories you see come to fruition, now getting a chance to win the Super Bowl. If you guys don't know, Drew Brees is from Austin. Texas didn't recruit him. He wasn't highly recruited. Went to Purdue, had a pretty good career there. Came to the NFL, no one really wanted that well. He went to San Diego. They didn't want him. They shipped him off. He got injured, shipped him off to New Orleans. And here he is, kicking everyone's tail, and could go and win the Super Bowl. Now, if you take these two quarterbacks off the team, out their teams, I gotta say that I think the Saints are better than the Colts. I think the Saints have more weapons. I think the Saints are a little bit better on defense, at least getting turnovers and getting after the quarterback. But really most on offense with Reggie Bush and those other guys, you can score in different ways. The Colts, you know what the Colts are going to do. The Colts are going to have Manning drop back, give him protection, and let him pick you apart. It's not hard to figure out the Colts. It's hard to stop the Colts. But we're not playing without those quarterbacks unless one of those guys gets hurt, which we hope none of that happens because we want to see a really good game and really see who the best team is. So you don't want to see these quarterbacks go down. Also, I think with the Colts, it's going to hurt them on defense. Both these defenses, they're good defenses. You got to have a good defense to get into the Super Bowl. But I don't think any of these have excellent defense. I don't think neither of these teams are known for their defense. I do think the Colts are going to be hurt with Dwight Freeney not being able to play. I don't think it's going to be like the Marcus Ware thing when he played New Orleans earlier in this year. Dwight Freeney is their DeMarcus Ware, is the Colts' DeMarcus Ware. But Ware's injury was more of a neck, upper body injury, not an ankle. Ankle, that's where you change directions. It's where you get your get off. Everything's down there. Me personally, I don't know. I don't have any insight, but I don't think he'll be able to play. And if he is, I think he'll be a liability on the field. I mean, we got torn ligaments in your leg. That's hard to come back after. So, just to kind of get back to who I think is going to win this game, I want to stay. Everyone's picking the Colts. And for good reason, they should be the favorite. Though I think this is a very evenly matched game. Though most people are picking the Colts, I don't think anyone thinks this is going to be some kind of mismatch. That being said, I have to think that the Saints are going to pull this out. I think the Saints have that underdog mentality, and they're a great team. I think all those weapons, added with the fact that Dwight Freeney's not out there, I want to go with the Colts. And I've been saying Colts since this started. But here, as of Friday, before the game, today, I changed my pick. I think it's going to be the Saints. Now, to say who I want to win, I want the Colts to win. Now, I have no rooting interest for the Colts. I could care less about the Colts. Heck, maybe I should hate the Colts since they beat the Cowboys back in Super Bowl V. But my deal is with the New Orleans Saints. Now, I don't hate the Saints. I've never really been a team that I've put in my little category of teams that I dislike. But over these past few years, as the Saints have gotten better, you've heard more noise from Louisiana. Now, I'm not saying bandwagon fans or anything like that, but I've actually, now you see them kind of coming out supporting their team. I've realized how much the New Orleans fan base hates the Dallas Cowboy fan base. I mean, every single Saints fans I talk to or come encounter with, they cannot stand the Cowboys. They're constantly making fun of the Cowboys. It's almost like a little brother syndrome. You know, the Cowboys are in that, we're close together, kind of same area. Cowboys got all the love, got all the history and everything. And now it's their turn to try to get a shot. So, I guess I'm wanting the Colts to win, so I don't have to hear it from Saints fans. That's kind of a weak argument, I know, but that's just who I want. So I'm picking the Saints. So Saints fans, I think your team's gonna win, but Colts fans, I want your team to win. So kind of riding the fence there a little bit, but my dog's not in the race, so might as well do that. So I think the Saints are gonna pull this out, but I'd sure like to see them lose. But not a huge deal for me. It's not like the Eagles or the Redskins or something like that, but just a little bit of animosity, just a little bit. So that's my picks. We'll see what happens, and hopefully everybody can stay healthy and whatnot, especially in the premier positions, so we don't have any question about who the best team is going to be this NFL season. So go Cowboys if we were playing. Hadn't been here in a while.